Hello. In December 2022, I asked ChatGPT a simple question. How can I find the videos that take the most space in iCloud Photo? It replied, I'm sorry, but I'm unable to browse the internet. My knowledge is based solely on the text that I've been trained on. It was useless. It couldn't see my data and it couldn't look up the answer on the internet. Fast forward to today, and that same AI technology has evolved from a blindfolded chatbot into a master researcher that saved me thousands of dollars in legal fees. If you think that AI is just for writing emails or generating funny images, you are missing its most powerful capability for Solopreneur: deep research. In this episode, you'll discover how to use AI to research the outside world, in other words, the web and your inside world, so your files, so that you can stop searching and start deciding. As solopreneurs, we wear every hat, and usually the legal department hat doesn't fit very well. In the first quarter of the year, I wanted to expand my business services to the US, Canada, and the UK. But I was terrified of the tax implications. I had two choices: hire expensive international tax lawyers or spend weeks Googling it myself. Instead, I used the deep research capability of AI. I gave it a specific prompt explaining my business model. It didn't just guess, it visited a lot of websites, analyzed tax treaties, and produced a 17-page report with citations. I shared this story with Carla Pamenes in episode 154. She was still on the free version of ChatGPT and was blown away by what the paid deep research tools could actually do. I was interested in expanding EasyTech towards the US, Canada, and the UK. And I was not sure from a tax point of view, does it make sense? Is it feasible or is it complicated? I had two or three options. I could hire a tax specialist, actually, most probably three tax specialists, one for the UK, one for Canada, and one for the US. It would have costed me thousands of dollars, right? That was option number one. Option number two, I could have started going to Google and search and try to understand tax related and try to find blog posts that were trying to explain in a simple manner what I was trying to do and string everything together. I don't know how many hours I would have spent, but instead I used deep research. I explained thoroughly what my business is, what I was researching. It devised a research plan, started going through different websites, and the first batch was 27 websites. From those 27 websites, it found other websites to visit and prepared a 17-page report about the different things. And I was like, wow.
Wow. How long it would have taken you to even do half of that, which is
hours
crazy.
and hours of time that I have saved, thousands of dollars of potential legal fees, right? It's so complicated, the tax system in the US. Now I know that if I want to attack the US market, I will start with the Delaware and New Hampshire, because these are the two states where B2B services are not taxed, and it's only 6 hours behind me in terms of time zone. So I provide IT training. So my afternoon is their morning. So I can it matches well. And yeah, so deep research, only that, right? If only I had that on top, it would be for me worth the $20 per month.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, definitely. It's incredible.
But there's a catch. When you are using AI for high stakes research like taxes or salary data, accuracy is everything. You cannot afford hallucinations. I ran a test comparing ChatGPT's deep research against Google's Gemini Advanced. I asked both to rank US states by tax attractiveness for my specific situation. And in episode 157, I discussed the results with Thea Phillips. The difference in accuracy was shocking.
I launched deep research. Actually, I launched two. One with ChatGPT, I have a plus subscription, and one with Gemini. And in both cases, it took them 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, but like pulling articles from the IRS. And and on top, it was 3 countries, right? It was 3 countries I wanted some research on. In the end, the conclusion was the same. Green flag, go ahead with the UK as long as you stay B2B. Avoid Canada because there's going to be a nightmare tax-wise. And then for the US, it was like, okay, Delaware and certain states were okay. And then others you should...
Yeah.
And in the end, I asked them, both of them, okay, can you create a table? And you list from most attractive to least attractive states in the US. And they both did a very good job. But there was an anomaly. ChatGPT put California way up compared to Gemini. And I was like, what's happening? And I double checked the source that ChatGPT was using. And so ChatGPT had put on the table, California is great because of this. I click on the source. I read the source. It doesn't mention California at all. And I was like...
That's what I'm saying.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, Gemini, super accurate. I double checked the sources. The sources were about the thing that it says. This is based on this source. And I could look and double check and it was correct. And so now I have much more confidence in Gemini than in ChatGPT.
This is lesson number 1 for Macpreneurs. For web-based research, don't just trust the first output. Use tools like Gemini that are built to verified sources and always double-check the citations. But what about the research that you can't Google? I'm talking about your own digital clutter, the PDFs, the ebooks, the course transcripts, the SOPs that are sitting on your hard drive, gathering dust. This is lesson number 2, internal research. We need to turn that chaos into a knowledge base. MV Braverman in episode 136 shared how she uses Google NotebookLM. It's a tool that allows you to upload your specific files and then ask questions only based on that data. It basically eliminates hallucinations because it's only reading what you gave it.
I dump a whole bunch, and I am supposedly... So I'm a Google Workspace user, admin. I get paid for it. I pay for it. I'm a big fan. I hope that unlike the rest of its babies, Google does not kill this one.
Yes, me too.
But I like it because... And I don't do that whole make the podcast to talk to each other, but like I can add a whole bunch of YouTube videos, or I can dump like transcripts from a course and have it help me summarize things, or a whole bunch of sources. And it's a lot less creative than other models are, and just is able to hold so much. So I supposedly I'm going to be getting access to the larger one even, although I don't think I need it, but I'm looking forward to checking it out.
I've started applying MV strategy to my own content workflow. Here is a notebook that I call the Macpreneur Podcast Assistant. I've uploaded my LinkedIn profile, drafting guides, and the full transcripts from 3 seasons of the podcast. I use this to find gaps in my content. I ask to find topics that I haven't covered yet, and I also use it to find patterns. In fact, this specific episode was born right here in NotebookLM. I ask it to find guests who mentioned research or strategy across all those transcripts, and it found them for me instantly. Now, you might be asking, Damien, why use a notebook for this? Why not just create a custom GPT or a Gemini gem? Well, in fact, they are complementary. Think of a gem or a custom GPT as a specialist employee with a fixed manual. They are perfect for repetitive, specific tasks where the knowledge base stays the same. NotebookLM is different, it's flexible. I can check and uncheck sources instantly to change the context. It's perfect for projects where the knowledge base is constantly evolving or when I need to interview a specific subset of my document. And recently, NotebookLM got a massive upgrade. It can now run deep research to collect sources for you. It is literally AI-powered research to the power of 2. Look at this notebook. It's called YouTube Strategy for Apple Edutainment Content Virality. I didn't have to go find all these articles and videos manually. I just asked NotebookLM to run a deep research report. It went out, found the algorithmic trends and generated the report, but also saved the best sources right here on the left in the sidebar. This is helping me build a framework for the future of this channel without me spending weeks falling down a YouTube rabbit hole. So we've come a long way from 2022 when AI couldn't even browse the web. Today you have a team of researchers at your fingertips. You have deep research for the outside world and tools like NotebookLM for your internal world. The question is, are you using them? If you're still using AI just to write funny poems or generate funny videos and pictures, you are missing the biggest productivity boost available to solopreneurs. Now, I've created a quick quiz to help you figure out exactly where you stand. Are you an AI dabbler, an integrator, or an automator? Go to macpreneur.com/AI stage. In less than 2 minutes, you will get your archetype and 3 practical next steps to level up your AI game today. And until next time, I'm Damien Schreurs, wishing you a great day.
Thank you for watching the Macpreneur Podcast. If you've enjoyed the show, please leave a comment and share it with a friend right now.